Something was dropping on the screen in front of my lens. How's it going, everyone? Today is the final Sunday video update of 2025. God, I didn't realize all these cords and wires and Ethernet cable. I don't know. I don't know why this is showing. I don't ever take extra time to prepare. How's everyone doing? My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jerry Bear. Today's date is Sunday, December 28, 2025. It is the final Sunday video update of the year 2025. We will be starting the new year on Thursday, I believe. I have to check the calendar again because I'm losing days of the week. As you can probably no doubt tell, I sound different. I'm just getting over what appears to be a sinus infection. I think I'm at the tail end of it. I almost didn't do a Sunday video update today because of the fact that I am not tip top 100%. Dad and Amy are both under the weather. They are miserable right now, especially Dad. He has not been feeling well these past few days, and I'm feeling better than what I did previously. I've been getting a lot of sleep. I've been drinking a lot of grape juice, and I stay, hydrated. I make sure I eat. I'll eat crackers or whatever, and drink grape juice, and get lots of rest and plenty of sleep, things like that. Relax, and let my body, build itself back up to where it should be. But I'm not out of the woods yet. I still feel awful. I sound different. I'm still congested. I got like a sinus thing going on. Dad, as you can see, he's resting on the couch. Amy's asleep, not feeling well. So I hope you all had a great Christmas. We didn't do much of anything. I prepared a meal, and it was on, and the funny thing was, it was on Christmas Day when I actually started to not feel well. But I still had to make our meal, prepare our meal, so that way we would all have something good to eat. And we did. We had all eaten and we fell asleep because there was just nothing else to do. And I wasn't feeling well. I was, exhausted. I didn't sleep well. And I really and truly just wanted to get the meal done so that way we would at least have something to eat for, Christmas dinner. And so we had Christmas dinner, and then we just slept for the rest of the day. Um, there really wasn't much else to do. I mean, yeah, we had dishes. I had to get the dishes done. I got most of them done. But in between sleeping, I've been getting a lot of rest. When I'm awake, I try to do as much as I can around the house. And then when I get exhausted or when I start to drag, I'll go lie back down and get some more rest. But I'm feeling better than what I have been in the past couple days. I'm still congested in the upper sinuses. Before I went live, I had taken an antihistamine, and hopefully it'll stop at least for the duration of this live stream. It'll stop the sinuses from draining, so that way I'm not coughing and choking and gagging when I'm trying to speak. And as you can tell, I sound like shit today, and I feel like shit. I probably look like shit too, but that's another, that's a whole nother discussion. But I hope you all had a great Christmas anyway. I'll get to that, Pop. Um, there's a lot to actually get to. There's been a lot of losses, in the childhood cancer world, either immediately before Christmas, on Christmas Day, or after Christmas. It has been a very, very hard week. One of those children who passed away, um, it was just on Friday night. I used to write letters to him. I had an ornament personalized for him from Bronner's. I had an ornament sent to him and his 2 brothers. He had been battling cancer all of his life pretty much. Passed away on Friday. And I've been in contact with his parents, and, needless to say, they're going through horrific grief beyond measure. They're planning for services for their child who passed away from cancer. And I'm sad that all these children are dying. I made a post on Facebook last night. I could not sleep to save my life. I went on Facebook last night and I had written a post, and it's like, I don't understand how in this world you can have death in children. How is that even a thing? And save the cliches. I understand death was a part of life. We all got to go, blah, 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 blah. I've heard it all. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm well aware of the cliches. But even with all that being said, with all of you can have all the cliches in the world to try and justify the death of a child. Deep in my heart, which probably doesn't make much of a difference because I'm just one person and it's just an opinion. But I think it's an opinion that would resonate with most anybody listening to this. Deep in my heart, it will never make sense to me why babies and children end up dead. It will never make sense to me. I can't I accept that this is reality and it is a part of life. But when you take a step back and you think, these are just kids. These are babies. They didn't have a real shot at life. And then something like cancer comes along and wipes out this young generation of kids. They fought with everything they had. They had to go through things that children should never have to go through. It never sits right with me how I live in a world where death can become of a child or a baby. I don't it's hard. It's hard to accept. And it's even worse when it's people that you love and care about deeply, and um you wanted nothing but the best for their child. And um from of course from where I sit as a survivor, there's a lot of the survivor guilt is monumentally, astronomically out of control. And I think that's why I didn't get to sleep right away last night, because the guilt, it just eats you alive. It's like, man, I had such high hopes for this kid. I wanted him to beat cancer. I wanted him to go on with his life and tell stories to other kids who are in the same boat. The kids who are scared, and say, "Hey, I've done it. I did it, and you can do it too." But it wasn't the case. I mean, these kids are 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and cancer is stealing them left and right, and it hurts. You know, I'm not coming to you with this idea that I'm gonna score points for sharing and expressing my grief. I don't care about that. As a survivor, knowing that other children don't survive is daggers to the heart. It hurts. And all my love and condolences and support and warmth, it just goes out to these families, and it's really hard. It's really hard to accept. I wanna cry, but I'm not going to. My voice is cracky because of my allergies. Like I said, I almost wasn't gonna do a live stream today because I'm not feeling the greatest. But I think I'm well enough to speak where people can understand what I'm saying and the message I'm trying to convey. So while Dad and Amy are resting, uh, I'll continue on with the show. I might have to step away from the camera for a minute so I can blow my nose. Um, I had taken an antihistamine, and hopefully that'll work. But I don't know if I'm gonna last until 4 o'clock because the sinuses are just constantly draining. So I think I'll do that. I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna blow my nose, and I'll be right back. So hang tight for just 1 second, guys. Okay, I just had to take off some toilet paper here so I can blow my nose. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So we are expecting some very strong wind. They're talking 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And let's see here. I'll pull up a weather report for you. We are currently under a high wind warning. Now, this is for Midland Bay, Huron, Saginaw, Tuscola, Sanilac, Shiawassee, Genesee, Lapeer, St. Clair, Livingston, Oakland, Macomb, Washtenaw, Wayne, Lenawee, and Monroe counties. So I'm in Saginaw County. Um, so the high wind warning is in effect from midnight tonight until 9 p.m. Monday. West winds 25 to 35 with occasional gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour expected. Where? All of southeast Michigan from midnight tonight until 9 p.m. Monday. Damaging winds will blow down trees and power lines. Power outages are expected. Travel will be difficult, especially for high profile vehicles. Remain in the lower levels of your home during the windstorm and avoid windows. Watch for falling debris and tree limbs. Yeah, that's like severe thunderstorm criterion winds. And there's also a tornado threat for the extreme southern counties in Michigan. So this weather pattern it means business. I mean, we've got high wind warnings for our area. There's winter storm warnings along the Lake Michigan coast, or along the Lake Michigan shoreline. There's blizzard warnings for the Upper Peninsula. There are winter weather advisories for like Houghton Lake, Tawas City, Clare, places like that. And for the rest, I mean, every county in Michigan is under an advisory. Every county in both peninsulas. So we're in for one hell of a storm. And they're talking 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. That like I said, that's severe thunderstorm criterion wind gusts, and they can do damage. And we maybe potentially, power outages, which I hope is not the case. But you're what tanks? Well, we'll see, Pop. Oh, I'm blowing my nose here. Oh. Now, the reason that I'm we're all under the weather actually is because of the change of the weather. It was 43 degrees last week, and then suddenly it drops down into the 20s, 30s. And, you know, even though we don't go outside, we still feel it inside. And that's why we all come down sick. And so we are um, we're braving through it. And like I said, I'm at the tail end of my sinus infection. I know it's a sinus infection because when I blow my nose, it comes out yellow, which is a indicator that it's infection. So that's how I know I got a sinus infection. So Dad wanted me to give an update on Jay. So here goes. Jay has been transported from St. Mary's Ascension Hospital in Saginaw down to Henry Ford in Detroit. He's pissed at me right now. He doesn't want to see me. And that is because I refuse to take his lying bitch ass girlfriend in my car down to see him. He said, and I quote, "If he can't bring her down here to see me, then I don't want to see him." Perfect. Perfect. I really didn't want to go to Detroit anyway. However, Dad wants to go see him when he feels better. And hopefully, maybe Dad will feel better soon enough to where I can take him to Detroit to see Jay. Angel, Jay's daughter, would like to go see Jay. I'll take her in my car. As far as Crystal, the liar, no, she is not to go in my car. And that's the dilemma. But it's really no dilemma because I find it really with him especially the way he defends her is beyond my understanding. So Jay, I know you're not seeing this because you're resting, obviously. So someone who lied and had me put in jail over something I never did. You know I didn't do it. She knows I didn't do it. Dad and Amy both know I didn't do it. I know I didn't do it. Someone who lied to have me put in jail is expecting me to do favors? Or you expect me to do favors for a liar? No. No, we played that game. Game's over. If she wants to come down to see you, she'll have to find her own way because I'm not taking her. Excuse me. Much in the same reason why when he needed to go to Garden City to have his teeth pulled, I didn't take him. Because he wanted me to take her. No. I'm not taking her any fucking place. Even if she didn't, I'm not taking her anywhere. I'm not taking her anywhere. Anybody who lies to have me put in jail for shit that I never did doesn't get a fucking single favor from me. I'll take her somewhere right over a cliff. That's the only place I will help her. Something has really got to be wrong in a person's head to think that I'm still going to do favors for someone who had me put in jail for some shit I never did. You got me fucked up. That's never going to happen. It's more than just, well, it's Jared's car, it's Jared's rules. It's beyond that. We're past that. I'm not taking her anywhere. Over a cliff. And I won't even take her over. I'll push her over. I am not doing favors for her. Like I said, I will take Dad. I'll take Angel. If my brother Wayne wants to ride along, he can ride along. And this is what I'll do. We'll go down to Detroit to see Jay. However, I'll find a cafeteria. Or I'll just kind of check things out at the hospital. Because Jay doesn't want to see me because I won't bring his lying bitch-ass girlfriend down to see him. That's fine. You can enjoy your time with Dad, with Wayne, and with Angel. I'll walk around. Not a big deal. So that's the verdict on that. Jay's in Detroit. He's not getting out anytime soon. He'll be in there for a while. Do I hate my brother? Absolutely not. Excuse me. Do I want him to get better? Absolutely. Do I want him to get rid of Crystal? You betcha. She is the main core of all of his problems, and he doesn't care. And I am sick and tired of telling a 45-year-old to grow up, to be a man, to take responsibility, and get rid of the toxic people in your fucking life. You're down there because of her, someone who's supposed to be taking care of you. If she's the only one who's getting money between the two of you, she's not taking care of you. she's letting you sleep in a camper, knowing it's wintertime. We told Jay that he could stay here. She can't. She can't stay here. She's been evicted. Why can't she find a place? I'm so sick and tired of, well, I have a felony on my record. No, you fucking don't. And even if you did, that wouldn't stop you from getting an apartment. Apartments, when you're going through HUD housing, that's federally subsidized housing. Yes, they look into your background, but it's federally subsidized housing. It's not like you're going through a private, renter. I just, she doesn't even try. She would rather live in slum and drag my brother down with her than to make better choices. Oh, I can't get an apartment because I have a felony on my record. Listen. Even felons get approved in apartments, if that were the case. So you, Crystal, are without fucking excuse, you fucking liar. What else are you going to lie about? What? Don't forget the court told her she had to give money to the kids. Yeah, that's a fucking lie too. I have never heard that. My dad's never heard that. So here's the thing: if the courts are ordering Crystal to give her kids money, that would have to be funneled through the courts. You don't just, the judge isn't going to say, well, you got to hand over $20 every month. How are they going to know that happened? It has to go through the courts if it's court ordered. Just like child support. It has to be funneled through their system to go in their records to show that you paid. I'm not stupid. I may look stupid, but I'm not fucking stupid. Some of us actually understand the law and how things work. And Crystal is nothing but a fucking liar. She lied about me. She's lied about a countless number of other people, saying that they put the moves on her. Bullshit. She accused my Uncle Tim of trying to put the moves on her, which is a crock of shit. An absolute crock. And this is the shit that I deal with. When it comes to my brother, he's always defending her. They're not married. They don't even have marriage licenses. They live together. They're in a situationship. Not even a relationship. I wouldn't even call it that. And it is absolutely it is disgusting to me how my brother can be so jaded by a woman that he's going to let her make all of his decisions. He's a 45-year-old man. What are you doing with yourself, Jay? You're my brother. You don't have to like me, and that's cool. Because I really don't like you either. One day you'll grow up, or you won't. You'll make better decisions, or you won't. Either way, it's not my problem. You are no longer my problem. You are 45 years old. You are supposed to know right from wrong. You know goddamn well that I never put a hand on your girlfriend. You know for a fucking fact I didn't. And this is the thanks I get because I won't do favors. You bite the hand that feeds you, the hand is not going to fucking feed you anymore. Why is that so hard to understand? Dad'll do it because dad's dad. But I'm trying to talk sense into him too. I don't think it's getting through, but I'm going to continue. I'm telling you, you're going to do better once you get rid of her. You won't be in the situations you're in. But, you know, he's 45 years old. He's got to make that decision on his own. I'm not his fucking babysitter. I keep telling my dad the same fucking thing. You are not his babysitter. He is a grown man. He's got to make his own choices. You can't do it for him. You're almost 70 years old, and you're still trying to hold the hand of your 45-year-old son who refuses to grow up. It's got to stop. I love my dad, and it's no disrespect to my dad. He knows that. And I understand, yeah, he would help me in my if I needed help with something, of course. If Wayne needed help with something, of course, Dad's gonna be there. But Wayne and I have a foundational understanding. Wayne is the oldest of the boys. I'm the youngest of the boys. But for some reason, that middle child just doesn't get it. He chooses his pussy over his family. And to me, that's really sad. And now, because of that decision, he's in an intensive care unit of a fucking hospital because he can't see the forest for the trees. She is the problem. She is dragging him down. She has been dragging him down since he got mixed up with her. When they were living here for free, they were doing drugs. A lot of our shit came up missing. Oh, the fire? The camper that caught on fire? That was her. Absolutely. The fire marshal says, well, we don't know the cause. We know the fucking cause. Well, I am. Who in the right mind has a space heater on when it's 90 fucking degrees outside? Nobody. Nobody. I've had it with this bitch. He knows it. He doesn't care. Because he loves her. You don't know what love is. You're going to let someone do this to you and get in the middle of your family? You're anything but a man to me. You have let yourself down. You chose pussy over your flesh and blood. And that is, you're not a man. That doesn't make you a man. That makes you a little fucking boy. Do I want Jay to get better? Absolutely. I want him to get out of that fucking hospital. I want him to get rid of that stupid bitch he's with. And I want him to get his life back. If you have to get disability, get disability. You'll have a car. You'll have a roof over your head. You'll have clothes on your back. You'll have food in your stomach. Get the help you fucking need. Stop fucking around with these women who are dragging you down. Yeah, I'm angry about a lot of things. I know Dad's not feeling well. I'm not feeling well. But I am sick and fucking tired of the bullshit that continues and it doesn't change. Not for the better. I'm tired of it. At one point, you have to ask yourself, what gives? What's it going to take? You're in the ICU of a fucking hospital. That's not enough for you to tell this bitch to pack her shit and leave? Dude. And then she relays information and gets it wrong. She embellishes and exaggerates everything, blows everything out of proportion, gets Angel especially, gets her worked up because that's his daughter. Then Dad has to call and find out for himself because she's getting the fucking information wrong or she's blowing it up into something that it's not. Things have got to change. That's all there is to it. I will take you to Detroit. You start feeling better, and if Jay's still in the hospital, I will take you to Detroit. I'll take Angel to Detroit. I'll take Wayne to Detroit if he wants to go see Jay. I will wait in the fucking cafeteria or I'll walk around the hospital. because I'll be god fucking damned if I'm taking that bitch anywhere. I am not taking her across the fucking road. She gets nothing from me. You have me put in jail for some shit that I never fucking did. I'm not doing shit for you.
The judge even said it was stupid. The judge even said it was stupid.
We took this shit to trial because I refused to plead guilty to something I didn't do. And I stuck to my guns. And guess what? We took it to trial. Guess who didn't show up? She didn't. So they threw it out of court. All that bullshit I had to go through for 3 fucking months because of her lying to the cops. And Jay was right in on this shit the whole fucking time. Fabricated this story.
But he said he seen it through the window. How?
He's a fucking liar. She's got him lying for her. That's exactly what I'm talking about. She controls and dictates every fucking thing he does. And he's supposed to be the man in this relationship. I don't have that connection with my brother because of that lying ass bitch. I want nothing to do with her.
When she's not around him and you guys are together, you talk. Simple.
I want nothing to do with her. When she dies, I'm blowing up balloons. Because I have no feeling for her. None. Anybody who lies to have me put in jail over shit that I didn't do, you don't get a fucking another thing from me ever again. I don't care if you're on the side of the road dying. I'm not doing it. I'm not stopping. You get nothing from me. I have no feeling for her. If she didn't exist, that'd be the best thing that ever happened. And Jay can listen to this and he can get mad at me all he fucking wants. I don't care. I don't care. Grow up. Grow up. 45 years old and you can't distinguish. You're going to let what's the point of even continuing? You're going to let pussy dictate your decisions. Why? I've had girlfriends, okay, and not a single fucking woman ever controlled me or told me what I had to do. The last one tried, and that's why we're not together. Not to mention that she's a drug addict, and she fucking OD'd in front of her 5-year-old. I have no use for people like this. None. If they're not out there making the world a better place, I have no use for them. If they're deliberately making bad choices that ultimately affects other people, I have no use for you. None. And Jay, brother or not, you ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself because you were right in on that bullshit, that fabricated fucking story that you guys came up with, and you lied to the fucking cops. I am your fucking blood brother. Water's thicker than blood? I have a brother. I have a brother. A brother who actually wouldn't pull that kind of shit with me. A brother who actually gives a fuck about his choices, knowing that his choices will ultimately affect the people around him. If Wayne needed a place to stay, my door is open to him. He knows that. Because Wayne wouldn't pull the shit that you have pulled. You think everybody owes you something. Nobody owes you a fucking thing. And I'm over your childish behavior. You're gonna go along with a fabricated story. You're supposed to be my brother. Supposed to be. And you wonder why I think of you as a piece of shit. Well, congratulations, you figured it out. Because no brother would ever, ever fabricate a story just to get their little brother in trouble. Why? Because you don't think it's fair that the house goes to me. That's what got all that shit started. Trying to get rid of me so you can take over the house. And Dad and Amy is supposed to just cower to your every fucking word. Surprise, motherfucker. It didn't work. Maybe if you had a place of your own, you wouldn't have to worry about trying to run somebody else's. And you wonder why I don't want to be around you. But like I said, I will take Dad. I'll take Angel. I'll take Wayne. I'll take them down there to see you. And I highly doubt you're going to want to see me. And to tell you the truth, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I know I've wasted a lot of time with that. I got a little heated, but I don't know what it's going to take to get through to his thick skull that she is his problem, and he won't do anything to change it. And for him to you know, try to make me feel guilty.
And it's funny, the night that I evicted her, he went to jail
Yeah.
for child support.
Yep.
And she was supposed to pay the child support for him.
She's trash. She is trash. Absolute gutter trash.
I don't know how she can get away with it when she didn't even show up for courts. For courts for anything. And the one they got up for us because she didn't show up for courts.
She's burnt a lot of bridges with a lot of people. And the people who knew Jay have also burnt bridges. He's burnt bridges with those people. It's not my problem. So we are down to the last 15 minutes. We are down to the last 15 minutes of today's show. My voice is crackly because if you're just joining, I'm getting over a sinus infection. I've been in bed sick for 3 or 4 days. It's been an emotional week. It's been a roller coaster of a week. Christmas was just, I woke up on Christmas morning. I prepared a meal for all of us. Then we ate it and then we went to sleep. We slept the day away. No decorations, no tree, nothing. Just like today. There's nothing happening today other than this. And tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time is the final Fox Sunday Flashback of 2025. My buddy Dan Richards will be taking your request at 810-230-9777, which spells out WRSR. What? No, it's the final show of the year. You got to listen, Pop. The final show of the year is tonight. Like, this is the final Sunday video update of 2025. And if you've noticed, I created a new thumbnail. So there's kind of a new look for the new year. I wanted to switch things up a little bit. But tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 103.9 The Fox, there's a link in the chat. And it'll take you right to the station, the website. Then you just click on Listen Live, and you can listen from anywhere in the world. You can be in bumfuck Egypt and still get the Fox Sunday Flashback loud and clear. Hello, Melinda. Hope you had a good Christmas. We're all down sick. I'm getting over sinus infection. It's been absolute hell Dad, he's bundled up under blankets. He's not feeling the greatest. And if you weren't here about 5 minutes ago, I just wrapped up a tangent. I went off on a verbal tirade of sorts. And I want to make it known that the reason why I get so heated in that, maybe it's because I do love my brother and I want him to do better. I want him to get away from her because she is his biggest problem. 45 years old, and little brother has to be the one. But listen, 45 years old and little brother has to be the one to try to pound some kind of common sense into his fucking skull. Before he got with her, he was doing so much better. I would have never pictured him being in the situation he's in now. Well, now he's hospitalized in Detroit. And because I refused to take his bitch ass, lying ass girlfriend, he doesn't want to see me. That's fine. I'll take Dad, I'll take Angel, and I'll take Wayne if Wayne wants to go. That's fine. While you're in there visiting with Jay, I'll just kind of trance around the hospital a little bit. Hell, I might even go to the cafeteria. I don't know if they have any restaurants. Oh, he probably won't, because I didn't bring his fucking piece of ass with us. She is not riding in my car. No. There you go. There you go. Sneeze it up. The laundry detergent? Well, at least you're sneezing it out. That's why I get so upset. That's why I get so angry. That's why I get so upset when I talk about my brother. He knows better. He just refuses to do better.
Everybody told him to get away from her. She just takes him down, but he don't want to listen.
He don't listen to anybody. He refuses to listen to anybody. "45 years old, what are you going to do?" You know, I'm going to be 40 next year. In 7 months, I'm going to be 40 years old. And all of the problems I have, a controlling, conniving bitch is not one of them. And I'm happy to say that I don't have that problem. I got rid of that problem back in July. I don't let people tell me what I can and can't do. "Oh, you put too much butter on that biscuit." Who the fuck are you? Who do you think? Too much butter on my biscuit. Yeah, well, you drink a little too much Jack. Are we even now? You don't fucking tell me nothing. But anyway, I don't like to get I don't like to get angry when I'm not feeling well, but when I'm not feeling well, that's typically when I snap and, speak out in aggression. And I don't know what to do, Melinda. Actually, I know what to do. I know what to do. All I can do is live my life and try to make the best decisions for myself, try to help as many people as I can, try to make the world a better place by doing even the smallest, kindest gestures that I can. And it doesn't matter if it's paying for someone's food ahead of you in line, holding the door open for someone, pulling out a chair, letting someone cut ahead of you. It's little things like that that could mean the most to someone else. And I hope we go into the new year in 2026. I hope we go into this new year knowing that we should be doing things to do good, not to look good. And that truly applies to the child of cancer demographic. Stop attaching yourself to this cause because you feel left out, because you've never felt praised. You never felt like you were at the top. It is not the responsibility of these kids to make you feel like some precious golden star. It's not up to them. Families are grieving. They're mourning the loss of their kids. And this has been a major thing for me, especially around Christmas time. We're going to be going into the new year without these babies, without these kids. Compared to me, they're babies. We're talking 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old kids who die as a result of childhood cancer. Compared to me, they're babies. And I am sick to death of all these people who have low self-esteem joining the childhood cancer world because they need a stranger to tell them how important and how special they are. That's not what we're here for. And how fucking dare you, not you, Melinda, how dare you put that on the backs of kids whose only goal is to survive? How dare you do that? How dare you put that responsibility on the backs of kids who just want to survive? It is beyond annoying. And the fact that I have to keep coming back here and repeating myself over and over and over and over again, it's it's got to resonate with someone at some point at some time. That's why I continue to do what I do. And I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to stop. That's just the way it is. And I know there's people out there who they're either listening to this or they're reading my Facebook posts and they're not necessarily shut up. Come here. Come here. They're not necessarily happy with my thoughts. They don't have to agree with my thoughts. And that's fine. They can disagree, but they would be wrong. I mean, because you can see it for yourself. It sounds narcissistic, I know. Well, they can disagree, but they'd be wrong. No, but look for yourself. There's a lot of broken people who willingly attach themselves to the child of cancer cause for whatever reason, because they got to feel special. They got to feel important. Because when they were growing up, they didn't have all the love and admiration and adoration. They didn't have that. Now that they're older, well, I'm going to put that responsibility on these kids. And as I sign on Facebook, I'm looking at the obituary of this young man who was 13 and he died on Friday. This is so sad. This is so incredibly sad. what are we going to do? What are we going to do about children who are just dying in sheer numbers because of a government, of a country that just doesn't give a fuck about them? What do we do? I don't know. I don't have answers. But what I can tell you is that I'm grieving. I'm grieving just as much as the next person, and I'm just doing what I can. I'm doing absolutely everything I can to get through it all. You know, it's hard for all of us, but I don't speak from a position of, I don't know what the parents are going through, because I don't, and I've pointed that out any number of times. Um, it would be it would be dishonest of me to pretend as though I know what the parents are going through. I have no idea what they're going through. Me personally, I grieve so much and so hard for these kids who just didn't even have a fair chance in life. Their lives were just stolen from them. And it hurts. The pain is the grief, the pain and the grief of losing someone, especially children, is part of um it is the wrench in my gears and my mechanisms for continuing on with childhood cancer advocacy. I don't need the approval of people, of anybody really, but especially people who are just haters, and they're spiteful, and they're duplicitous in their actions, and want to make people think that I'm a horrible person. I don't need approval from anybody. Whether I'm not feeling well or I am feeling well, I'm still Jer Bear. I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to raise awareness to childhood cancer. I'm still going to do what I need to do. And I might up the ante a little bit in 2026. I'm always doing stuff behind the scenes that no one knows about, because I don't need the recognition. But I am doing things. Rest assured, I'm doing things. Let's just say you're not going to know it unless you are the direct beneficiary of my help. And that's the way it should be. I love you all very much. Excuse me. Let's try that again. I love you all very much. I want you to know that. 2025 has been one fucking awful year. Another awful year. There were a lot of great times. There were a lot of hard times. The hard times don't stop, but neither do strong people. Tough people, we don't stop either. And rest assured, in 2026, I will continue on doing what I do, and nobody's going to stop me. Dad, any final words?
No.
No? Well, I'm glad you're starting to feel better. Amy is asleep, but she would tell everybody to peace out, be safe, and Happy New Year. And I will end it on that note by saying much love, Happy New Year.
Just wait a minute, boy.
2026 awaits, and I hope you'll join us. See you guys. Happy New Year.